Unconventionally fresh, I'm a mensch. Yeah, correct. I will walk into a court while it wrecks, screaming, yes, I am guilty, motherfuckers, I am death. Hey, you wanna hear a good joke? Nobody speak, nobody get choked.
Hello everybody and welcome to a laid-back, lo-fi, chill, relaxed, fit episode of the Can I Say Something podcast. I'm your host and little winter snowflake Damian. We're coming to you live from beautiful downtown Malibu Beach, California. Across from me, we have the one, the only
Dion.
To my left, we have
Carrie.
On this week's episode, we'll be discussing how to live, laugh, and love in this crazy world. Also, what we've been watching, what our New Year's resolutions are, followed by an in-depth review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by intrepid Hollywood reporter Carrie.
She's like, I'm not prepared for this.
No top 5 this week. Just kick back, relax.
Dope beats, man.
Yes.
What was the song last week? I would have put it on my top 10 of the 2019.
I think it's one of those people have been using for a while. I heard it in Booksmart. Booksmart I forgot to mention this year. I watched a very good movie. It was like, what's that movie I always forget the name of with Jonah Hill and Michael Cera? Came out
Super bad?
Super bad. It's like super bad with women, with girls.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Familiar?
Heard
very
about
good.
that. I remember that.
It has Jonah Hill's sister in it. And I was like, this girl looks very familiar. She sounds familiar. She acts familiar. Oh, that's why. Jonah Hill's sister.
So she acts just like him?
Yeah.
Looks just like him?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's
weird.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it is for her. But she's good in it. She's very funny.
What's that even look like?
I can show you.
What's her name?
I don't know.
No, you keep talking. I'll find it. I mean,
You find it.
Jonah Hill's sister? I
Yes.
just look at that. All right.
Yeah. Very funny movie. Very heartwarming. Very 2019-ish. They're going to the party and they're like something about they never had sex before, so they look up porns on their phone. They look up porn on their phone on their Uber ride over. And
Beanie Feldstein.
What was it?
Beanie Feldstein.
Beanie Feldstein, exactly. Beanie.
Different last names?
Yeah. So they're in a cab ride. They're in an Uber ride going to the party and trying to look up porn for reference material. And the Uber driver is their principal, which first of all is weird. It's like a little bit of cash on the side, and then they start looking at the porn on their phone, and they plug it in to charge it, and he goes, "You guys listen to some music? I'll just play it on the stereo up front." So it's like it starts moaning and shit, it's like, all that stuff, and then they finally cut it off, and it's awkward silence, and then the Lyft driver goes, "Is that Cardi B?"
Got him.
Got him. Yep. Very funny movie.
What's it called?
Booksmart.
Booksmart.
Yeah. Should have put on my list of the best of the year. Alrighty then.
Their older brother died.
Who did?
Jonah Hill's and Beanie Feldstein's older brother died.
Older brother died?
In 2019. Back in April.
F's in chat for him.
F.
F is in chat. Yep. So, Carrie, do you want to talk about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Can get a little chat about that.
Sure. I liked it. I thought it was a little long,
Yes.
to be honest. That was the one drawback to it, that I feel like it could have been like 45 minutes shorter and still been just as good.
Yeah.
I don't like gory stuff, so I was real nervous at the end. I was like, oh God, who's getting murdered? And is it going to be like,
Yeah.
am I going to be closing my eyes? Am I going to feel sick?
Is it going to be the extremely pregnant Sharon Tate that's going to be murdered, Quentin Tarantino style?
Yeah, because I can't.
Woman-hating Quentin Tarantino style.
I can't watch that. And so I'm like, towards the end, I keep looking over at Dion, and I'm like, who's it going to be? Who's going to get it? Is it going to be bloody? I don't want to watch it.
It actually got to the point I had to look up spoilers for it.
He looked up spoilers, and he didn't spoil it, but he was like,
You're fine.
it's going to be fine.
It's
and then it was
like, is it
actually
murder?
humorous.
I'm like, it's going to be a feel-good murder? I mean, murder's perspective, really.
Yeah.
The dog food can made
Oh,
me laugh out loud.
Yeah.
I got so much hate when it first came out. Like, the people looking at it like a personal attack against women throwing a can of dog food. I mean,
He was defending himself.
yeah, I know, but Tarantino apparently has this reputation of terrible things to women in his movies, except for that, one movie that main character was a woman whooping
2 of them.
everyone's ass. 2? Yeah. The second one?
Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess that one too.
Technically.
Yeah, that was, but she was beating up on other women. So.
She was, exactly. Women on
know?
women is fine. Did you ever see The Hateful Eight? It was this.
No.
It was his last movie, and it's basically a western in the snow in like the 1800s, and they have to bring what's her name? Jennifer Jason Leigh. She plays this like criminal, and they have to bring her to justice and bring her to this town to be hanged. But they get snowed in this cabin, and they all eventually start beating the shit out of her because they were in this like group together with all the other people, and they were all part of her gang, but nobody knew it. So then at the end, they all like reveal themselves, and then she gets the shit kicked out of her.
Yeah, that was another one of the things that I read that was against him in that.
Yeah, because some dude punches her right in the mouth, and her teeth get knocked out or chipped or something. So
Blech.
yeah,
Wow.
it's kind of gross.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want to say about that one?
No, you go ahead.
Once upon a time in Hollywood. Getting back to that.
Yeah, get back to that.
You love Brad Pitt's laugh.
Yeah, I was about to say that. How'd you know? The
Yes.
laugh, like with an acid trip kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he's just like, everything about that. His character was great. He definitely killed his wife. But like, it was like one of those, he's, you can't hate him too much, but there were like so many little things in it that what's cool about his character, like when he's reminiscing about fighting Bruce Lee on the set, and he remembered him throwing him through into the car and denting it ridiculously while he was up there working on a roof, and then he's just kind of like
glistening.
Yeah, glistening. Yeah, she looked at that and she was like, "How old is he supposed to be?" And I was like, "Pretty old." And she's like, "Could you do that?" I'm like, "I think those days are gone. I don't even have the trainer for it."
Can you look like that when you're in your 50s, please?
But I loved his reaction. It was just like, "That's about right." Like he's remembering it a different way. Like Carrie was super lost on that part. She was like, "What is even happening right now?" And then just the parts at the end where he was just like, "What? I know you. What's your name, Rex?"
Yeah,
oh,
Rex.
it's dumber than that. Tex. Yes, that's it.
I'm going to say something controversial here. Maybe it's not controversial.
Yep.
I don't know. But I spent like the first 90% of that movie thinking that Leo is such a better actor than Brad Pitt. Like I just thought his acting ability was way better than Brad Pitt's.
I agree to that.
He definitely had a bigger role though. He had a more meaning. He was supposed to be an actor. Brad Pitt was supposed to be a stuntman. That's the point. Like a stuntman doesn't really have to know how to do anything.
I mean, Brad Pitt won me over at the end because the end was great. But through most of that movie, I was like, wow, Leo is way better at acting than Brad Pitt is.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's not controversial on the show because I've said it a few times.
Have you?
Like Brad Pitt's a good-looking man, pretty good actor, but I can name 10 actors better than him, just off the top of my head. Just a fact. Jack?
Yeah, I think Leo's great. I think Leo is a great actor.
I don't think that he's not a great actor. I just think that
You think Brad Pitt is on par with him?
Yeah, for sure. I think they're both elite.
I feel like the microphone's right next to my mouth. You can't hear me.
Yeah.
My voice
I
is
can hear
not
you.
great.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yesterday I had some weird voice stuff going on.
There's a
It's like,
60% chance you were going to do the show today.
Yes.
She definitely surprised me. 60% chance you wasn't going to do the show.
I was not. I fell asleep on the couch and I woke up and I felt awful. I couldn't stop coughing.
Sound like
was
Scarlett
like,
Johansson right now, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
Pretty hot.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's my sexy voice.
Sexy
What
voice when
happened
she
to
looks
my
like
sexy
that man
voice?
in the movie.
You could play. Yeah, you could do Marriage Story right now. You could recreate Marriage Story.
Marriage Story.
Oh gosh.
The ugged up one.
You could be her.
Oh gosh, what's going on?
Brady's deep ball blows.
Yeah. For those that are not here, we're watching Tennessee versus New England. Scores
Close game.
14-13 at the halftime.
Got some Patriots fans in the house.
Whoop whoop. Carrie has a favorite player.
Oh yes, I do.
Oh yeah, he came in to the stadium looking like he was about to drop hottest rap album of 2020.
There he is, right
All
there at the
black.
bottom.
He's wearing like Kanye shades. Had like 6 gold chains.
I saw the turd. Henry. Guy named Henry.
Huh?
Yeah,
Henry.
that's the turn
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah.
That guy?
Derrick Henry, the giant turd,
The
dreadlock,
giant-
ponytail.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude.
I think you got a smell.
I actually think that's like an army thing wrapped around it too.
Oh.
Yeah. So Salute your
So,
soldiers.
out of
This time of World War III.
one score from 1 to 10, what would you give Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
9. The only knock I have was Carrie was right. It was a long movie.
It is very long.
Probably 8.
Yeah.
I do like that alternate history route they took.
Yeah.
I mean, like he always has a habit of doing, but
Yep.
like Leo, the ending really picked it up. It probably was floating around at 8 for a while, and then the ending just kind of really brought it home. Leo
Yeah.
comes out with the pitcher full of margaritas. The fuck are you hippies? Their hate for hippies.
Yes.
Was hilarious.
Yes, it was.
You came up here to smoke the reefer, didn't you?
Is it weird that I appreciate a good body on an older man way more than I appreciate a good body on a younger man?
You should respect it. It's harder to do.
No,
Like,
it's not weird. That's what I mean.
Guy in their 20s has a great body. It's like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
But a guy in their 50s that has a great body, it's like, hot damn.
Good for you, man. Focus. You got
Maybe it's because my 20s are past me and it's like, yeah, I'm never going to have a guy in my 20s again. But I will
You
have
never
a guy
know.
in my 50s
Never know.
probably.
Never
So
know.
there's hope that
Never know.
he's going to have a glistening Brad Pitt body.
Never know.
If you become a movie star and get, nutritionists and workout people forcing you to work out, 8 hours a day for a year, then you look like
right.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be like that. I just would like him to look like Brad Pitt does on
Yeah.
that roof.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
if I
wasn't
get paid
like-
to do that shit, I would absolutely do that
Anybody
shit. I would
could.
look like that if I
But
got paid
that,
to
I
do
mean,
that.
that didn't seem like it was like crazy. Like he didn't have tons of muscles. He wasn't totally ripped. He
No.
just looked
That's
good.
great
Solid.
diet. And I mean, he's a solid dude. He only has to be, I don't know.
Very solid dude.
I mean, there was definitely some gym work that went into that stuff.
Well,
Little
when
bit,
you're in your
little bit.
50s, our kids will be grown up, and you'll actually have time to work
Yeah, but I'm
out.
still not getting paid to look like that.
you
I'll pay you.
Got the body for
Ooh,
a
you heard
podcast.
that?
The
Where
one you
is it?
can't see.
heard it here. You heard it here, folks.
She's gonna
Carrie
pay
will
me.
pay Dion to get in shape.
Nice. That's for the Patreon.
Yeah,
content.
exactly.
So like some Rocky fucking things.
Yeah.
What do they call those things? I'm having a brain
Montage.
fart. Montage.
Yeah.
She's gonna be into my face. She's like,
Yep.
"You want this? You want this? I want you to look like that." She's holding a poster of Brad Pitt standing on the roof with
Yep.
a tool belt. I'm crying, weeping. What'd you give it? 1 to 10.
Yeah, probably 9.
9.
Yeah, very good.
All right, look at that.
One of my favorites of the year, obviously.
Sweet. Yo,
Yo.
resolutions, bro. Do you have one?
Yeah, I was gonna have that on there. I'm gonna try doing that
Interception.
Monday, everyday movie thing again. I've watched 3 movies this week, so I'm gonna try 1 movie a day this year.
One movie a day?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a lot of movies.
It's a lot of movies. 365 to be exact.
Yes.
Wow. You think you got it in you?
I mean, how can I not?
Yeah.
Literally, I work like 2 days a week.
Okay.
Got 2 monitors. I got no attention span, nothing to do.
That's the thing. Do you
Nowhere
think
to
at some
go.
point you're going to be like,
No kids.
like totally not paying attention? Like you were saying the other day, I
Yeah.
think you were watching,
Evangelion.
dubbed.
Subbed.
Subbed. Dubbed. What's the difference?
Dubbed is the voice, the
Oh, because that would be
American
English.
actors.
Yeah, okay. So subtitles.
Subtitles.
But you weren't paying attention
wasn't
to
paying
half of
attention,
it.
so I lost the thread. But it's not a movie, so
Yeah.
I'll only watch American movies, so that'll
Okay,
help a lot.
that's fair.
Yeah, not dubbed or not subbed.
At least until
Whatever.
you're like conditioned yourself to it.
Yeah, exactly. You got any
There's your
resolutions?
training montages.
Yeah, of movies.
Resolutions? No. Actually, well, maybe. I don't know. I gotta get back to lifting.
Yeah.
Not nothing crazy. Just my arms or my shoulders. Something's up with them. I think it's because I was going so hard for so long and then I just stopped and now
Yeah.
my shoulders are like, there needs to be muscle there. I don't know what the hell you got going on. What's wrong with you? But I don't know. I gotta start eating better and sleeping better.
Yeah.
And just being a healthy person again.
Be healthy.
Be healthy.
Okay.
Mm,
Carrie,
agreed.
to you.
Yeah, I would like to just be a little more fit. I don't want to say lose weight. I don't feel like I need to lose weight, but I definitely need to tone up.
Tone up.
I would like to tone up.
Just stacked.
What does that mean?
Tone up. Tone up is a weird expression.
Tone up.
I would like
Tone it
to not have as much flab on my
Look a little harder.
hips,
Get a hard bod.
hips and belly. Little more flat.
Okay.
Cool. We can help each other.
I need
Help
to
me help
like
you.
eat
Yeah.
better for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Now that
You need to
Christmas
cut
is
down on these
over.
sweets. I just bought a giant bag of Muddy Buddies, so I'm off to a
What are they
great
called?
start. Muddy Buddies, Chex Mix. Well, it's like the Chex. Remember Chex, the cereal? and then you just throw like powdered sugar and fucking chocolate. Just let them, just coat it in that stuff. let 'em
Yes,
dry.
yes, I'm aware. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Off to a great start.
So yeah, mine is doable. I think yours is for you.
I mean,
It's all habit forming, honestly.
Yeah.
Like if you can survive 3 days of like your new like lifestyle,
Yeah.
and you got to be like fair with it. You got to allow yourself to cheat once in a while.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, if you're super hard on yourself, when you do binge eat, because it's going to happen, you're just never going to recover from it. So you just got to be fair to yourself and do your best. Forget the rest.
I could do better about eating for sure. Am I ever going? Am I
You're not
going to
yet.
start
Yeah. Oh,
exercising
yeah,
like
yeah.
crazy? Absolutely
that.
not. I don't have time for that. The thought of trying to fit something else into my schedule every day
Right.
stresses me out. So
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to be exercising more. Maybe on the weekends I'll do more, but just eating better would be
Yeah.
a step in the right direction.
Oh, show. A couple weeks ago, I got topics from a couple weeks ago because we didn't do Last Call Cast last week, so I'm just going to go through those real quick.
All right.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg running for president of the United States. Youngest
I like
candidate.
him.
Yeah, the youngest candidate ever. I think he's like 37. He's like right on the line. You have to be what, like 30,
35.
35 to be president. Yeah, so he's
Mhm.
37. Youngest candidate in this field. Being questioned on a podcast called Love It or Leave It, and he's asked about his thoughts on Mr. Adam Driver.
Why are you asking a presidential candidate about Adam Driver?
It's a comedy show.
I don't know. Right at the moment when I more or less withdraw from spending too much time on Twitter, this Baby Yoda thing comes up. It seems pretty cool.
Next question.
Yeah.
Stop filibustering. Is Adam Driver hot?
Some mysteries are just beyond, I think, what we can
Okay.
really speak to with yes or no.
Okay.
But you know about Adam Driver. He's from Mishawaka, which is basically the Eagleton to our Pawnee in South Bend. Like
Okay,
right next.
okay.
So he's basically from South Bend. So we're going to claim him.
All right. The answer is.
Which I guess means he must be hot.
Okay. We got there. Follow up. Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, Chris Pine, or Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Pine was in the Star Trek one, right?
Correct.
Oh, wait, but Chris Pratt was in Parks and Recreation.
Correct.
Indiana Connection, got to go with him.
All right. For the record, he said he would fuck Chris Pratt. All right.
Yeah.
He's
That's a
in that
good
shit, like,
question.
real early,
That's a good
so
question.
like when he becomes president, he can say, "I told the president he can fuck Chris Pratt."
How many Chris's were in that equation?
All of them.
Four?
Right? Four, yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, Chris Pine, Chris Evans. Ooh.
You don't know the answer to this question?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I have to think
Wow.
about it.
I thought everybody had this like on. Like,
Well, what's yours, Chris Hemsworth?
yeah.
Yours is Chris Evans, obviously. It's definitely not Chris Pratt. I don't find him attractive.
Right. I could see you going for Pine
Eh.
because of the eyes.
Yeah, I think probably Chris Evans.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
He's from Boston, isn't he?
Is he?
I think so.
I don't know.
And I know he has like either a family around here or used to live around here.
Don't mind Carrie. She's
Oh.
suffering.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Chris Evans' hometown. I know it's Massachusetts-ish because... Oh, yeah, Boston, yep. Raised in the town of
B-town, okay.
Sudbury.
All right. Cool.
Yup. The Cats movie came out. It's a thing. The Cats movie is a thing.
buddy. Let's do it.
They're releasing a day one patch.
Yep.
I don't know what that
Pretty,
means.
pretty
What is
awful.
that? Can you explain that to me?
In the video, when you release a video game and it's broken, you can send out a hot fix on the internet. People download it and the game will be fixed.
Yep.
So now the movie Cats came out and the CGI is so bad they're going to re-release it in theaters. Because
They're doing a re-release.
yeah,
Okay.
movies are now delivered to movie theaters digitally, so they can just send out a new file. They can edit it and then send out and make copies of it.
So when are they doing that? Like, has it happened yet?
I think it's like the next month or so.
I think they were talking about like 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
Has it already been released to theaters?
Yeah.
yeah,
So they're going to keep it in theaters longer.
Yeah.
terrible opening weekend, and it made like
Oh.
$6.5 million
Who would go watch
off a
that?
$95 million budget. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's gotten really terrible reviews. Like the guy was like, "I was so rushed. Oh my god, to meet the red carpet." Blah blah. It's like the world premiere is like, well, if you can't produce a good product, then don't fucking put it out.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they're all dressed up like cats.
I don't care
And,
if
like,
you
you can
had
see
10
Judi
years to
Dench's
make this
human
movie.
hand.
Why
Yeah.
would you make this movie?
Huh?
If you had 10 years to work on this movie and make it a masterpiece, why would you do that?
Why would you still make this movie?
Why would you make a Cats movie?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That's what a lot of people had basically said. But yeah, you can see like Judi Dench's hand with a wedding ring, human hand in a cat outfit. That's the level of ineptitude this movie had. And I mean, this wasn't the first patch. Well, I mean, if you had Jason Derulo, he was had the big dong. Yeah. And they edited his bulge. They actually edited everyone's bulge. But that was computer and edited to reduce that. He was not happy with it. He went public with that.
He was not happy that they took away his bulge?
Yeah. He's got to show that cat dong, you know?
I don't even know. I don't have words right now.
Man. I don't know. Just your Rotten Tomatoes thing. This thing had 18%.
18. I'm surprised it's that high.
Yeah.
Lack of polish.
Yep.
That's something.
Dip into video games for a second. Giant Bomb put out their Game of the Year deliberations last week. They do it every year. They've been doing it since 2010. I've been listening to them since 2010. It's a massive podcast. It's like 5 hours long for each day. You saw that, right? Yeah. Yeah. 5 hours each day, and each day they used to have categories to make it, different than the usual discussion. Usually,
5 hours a day every day?
Yeah. Yeah.
How?
They get paid a lot.
They get paid to do it. That's their job, basically, and people like it. People listen to it.
I mean, basically, it's just them sitting in a room arguing about video games, which you could pay. You can not pay them to do, and they'd still do it.
They'd still do it, yeah.
And someone just records it.
So it was different. It's like the thing I used to look forward to every year because it was different than the usual show. The usual show is this, like literally them sitting around talking about video games for 2 or 3 hours every week, and then you would get their general thoughts on the games that come out that year. Then at the end of the year would be them talking specifics about which game is their favorite, and that's fine. They still did the top 10, but usually like day one would be like best music or best worst game. Hottest mess was a category used to have. Most style, best graphics, this sort of thing. And this year, the first 3 days, first 15 hours was them rehashing everything they said during the year. It's like, I've listened to the show during the year. I know what you thought about each game. I don't need to hear it again.
Well, I mean, that's easy mode for a lot of things. Like just recently I was watching like NXT on TV. Well, especially towards the end of the year. It's just like, instead of running a show, we just run best of 2019, and it's easy content.
Yeah. They've been around for a long time. They've been around since late 2008. So the Giant Bomb has been a thing for 12 years. They've had one guy pass away. They had to replace him. Dan Riker replaced the guy that died, Ryan Davis. And he was great. He was great at talking about video games, actually playing the games. They're each one of them probably in their early to mid 40s, so a bunch of them have families and don't have a lot of time to play the games. And I get that, but you need to then bring in fresh blood and young people that will play the games, that do have time to play the games. If you don't, you know what I mean. But then they brought in the young people that they did bring in don't play a lot of games. Like this one woman, not to woman bash, I guess, but she doesn't play a lot of games. The games she does play are like The Sims and like. What's that detective woman game? The female detective game?
Carmen Sandiego?
No.
Life is Strange.
I think it was a book. No, she plays that, but also I think it was a book series. What is it's been around forever.
Nancy Drew?
Nancy Drew, yeah. They've made a bunch of games that she plays and
really?
She talks about those all the time. And it's just like, all right, I get it. Like, play your games, play the games you like, but then you also have games that come out that are huge, that everyone's playing, that you need to comment on, and she just doesn't play those games. And so this last year's deliberations became one guy playing Outer Worlds, one guy played Disco Elysium, one guy played a Yakuza game. And so at the end of the discussion is like, all right, one guy played Disco Elysium, that's his game, he got that on the top 10 list. The other guy played that game, he got that game on his list, and then everyone else is just like,
yeah.
The other 8 people in the room can't comment on that game that one person played. So it's like, if you don't have time to play all the games, then
yeah, I mean, it makes sense for us, where it's like you play the X game, you play X game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm a cheap bastard that waits until like 3 years, the game's out of style, and it's at $20 for me, no DLC in sight.
Yeah.
And that's when I start playing a game. Like if your podcast is about video games and such like that, I feel like there should be like homework assignments for people. All right.
Yeah.
You got to do this. You got to play this game for, 40 hours.
Well, if that's
Not
your
40
job.
hours, but like 10 hours. Play at least 10 hours.
If it's your job, then you need to play the game. If you don't have another job taking up 40 hours of your week, then
Yeah. So, a lot of hostility, not hostility, but a lot of negativity on the Giant Bomb Reddit and the Giant Bomb website itself. People being like, "This is not good. This is not." Like, why would I listen to 15 hours of conversations I've already heard? And then this whole thing sprang up. It started last year. It's continued this year. It started in 2017 because they had this huge, not like super angry argument, but a pretty, contentious argument 2 years ago about Red Dead Redemption 2. Like Jeff Gersman and Dan Reichert didn't like it. 2 guys out of the 10 people in the room didn't like it. Therefore, it got like number 10 of the year, best game of the year. And it also got put number 2 or number 1 of most disappointing game of the year. So if you're coming to the website and not listening to the podcast, you're like, Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the best games of the year. It's on their list for most disappointing and best game of the year. Well, what the hell is this?
All right. That doesn't make any damn sense.
It doesn't make any sense. So
there should be more people like from Twitch, trying to make a name for themselves where they play video games all the time. They have to.
They have
to. You could find like variety streamer, but he could take it a step further. He or she, I don't know.
Yes.
Take it a step further. They, them.
They is the proper pronoun now.
Thank you. They take it a step further and they also review their games.
Yeah.
They could take that step that a lot of these podcasts are missing. Like their whole crew's not reviewing the same game. Well, they're one person. Even find a couple friends and play the same game, and then you guys just create something. Make yourself industry. That's that'd be a good. Sorry, your Twitch career never took off. I tried to support you for a while. It didn't really work, but
you never donated, but okay.
Didn't you hear what he just said? He's a cheap bastard.
Your content was lacking. No, I'm cheap.
Yeah, it's disappointing because it's something I look forward to every year since 2010, especially going to a job where I'm doing nothing for 12 hours. A 5-hour podcast, that's not even half my shift, but still, it's something to look forward to. And this year is just not good, but what are you going to do? Yeah, still. I listened to like 2 or 3 of them. I listened to the first day, and I was like, all right, you're just doing a wrap-up. Okay, that's cool. And then the end of the 5 hours, they didn't get through even like March, I think. And I was like, what the fuck? And like, okay, or tomorrow, we're going to be doing March to June. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing for 5 hours? Really?
Yeah, believe it.
Damn.
I can't. I saw their 4-hour thing, and I'm like, what? And I listened to them for 30 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not listening to 3.5.
Do you know which day you listen to?
I can find it.
Yeah.
It's the one that I have.
And then just going off of that, Dan Reichert's last day was today. He's been there for like 6 or 7 years. He replaced the guy that passed away in 2013, and he sort of brought the same energy and brought the same ideas and stuff for segments and things. So it's been very good for the show, and he just left yesterday. So.
December 26, 2019.
What episode?
Day 4 of deliberations.
Well, that's interesting because day 4 was the only day, one of the 2 days they did categories.
Yeah. So if they didn't even appeal to me there,
Yeah.
it would definitely not appeal to me.
They did best music. I forget which game they gave best music to, but best style. They used to do best style. It used to be cool, but now it's just
profile.
just best style, best looking game. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Okay.
Woo!
Yeah.
So what'd you say about Reichert?
Dan Reichert left today.
He went to WWE.
WWE.
You saving that for later?
Well, no, we can talk about it now since it's related to Giant Bomb. But yeah, he's gone. He's been there since 2013, and he was a very good addition. Brought a lot of energy. Brought a lot of cool ideas.
Yep.
And I don't know what they're gonna do now because, like I said,
he does know something about wrestling, though, right?
He does a lot. He has done wrestling.
Right.
He's been in the.
I remember he had like title belts. You showed me a picture.
Yeah,
of the guy
he's been in like the New York, Brooklyn area doing like house shows of like amateur shows and being like a guest referee or guest announcer and stuff. So he's super into the local
cool.
stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, good. It's good to have someone with at least some background in it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at one point I forget who it was. They had like Freddie Prinze Jr. signed on as a writer. I think that kind of shit.
Yeah. I think he's going to be producing the New Days podcast.
New Day.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
The up down down thing.
I don't know.
They have a YouTube thing.
Oh, do they?
Up down down.
Nice.
That's sick.
Yeah.
But
so
that's cool. Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the way that path takes.
Yeah.
Working. Hopefully, he doesn't have to work with Vince. I highly doubt that, but that dude can be a little bit of a control freak.
So what do you want to talk about here? I got a bunch of stuff. Do you have something
Oh, let's see.
to bring up? Or I could talk about a movie.
Yeah. Well, hey, why don't you
Hey.
tell us
Hey.
why The Lighthouse is your favorite movie?
Didn't
Now, this is
I?
about two people They work in a lighthouse.
Yes.
And they try to keep their sanity.
Yes.
That's it. I mean, you played that massive clip, but like, what appealed to you in that movie? Why was it so special to you?
Crazy, like nutty, like great writing. First of all, Willem Dafoe I feel like he was born to play this guy. Like, he looks like a crazy person, first of all, and then the beard and long hair, just like, okay, this is his role. He was born to be this guy. And then, yeah, it's just Robert Pattinson. You should definitely watch this to be like, okay, Robert Pattinson is
Not smelly.
not some dirty, smelly, stinky guy.
Well, I mean, if we want to make a point that he's not smelly, this is probably not the
No.
role.
And not a smelly actor.
Not a smelly actor, exactly. Just,
I don't have any problem with his acting. And I said the same thing about Adam Driver.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of stuff with them.
Yeah.
I'm just going by looks only.
Right. So I'm gonna grab a beer. You talk a little bit.
Sure. Yeah. Guys, we're taking it, pretty easy today.
Taking it
so.
easy.
All right, so let's see if I find something on this list that maybe Carrie has.
Anything to comment on? Probably not.
So you started watching The King.
Yes, we are about halfway through The King. We started
This
it
was
last
a
night.
Damian recommended movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what do you think so far? You haven't finished it. We haven't finished
No.
Is it up your alley?
How's Robert
Was it
Pattinson?
everything that he...
We haven't seen Robert Pattinson yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're
he's in
only
it?
halfway through.
He's in it, yeah.
Yeah, so you know how they're like about to declare war on France?
Yeah.
I believe Robert Pattinson is a French guy, right?
Oh,
He's
he
the
would
guy.
be.
The guy.
French or smelly.
He's some sort of.
It's fine.
It's fine. Fine so far?
It's
I feel
fine.
like we really haven't gotten to like the meat
Yeah.
and potatoes yet.
Yeah. We still have another hour at least. What? Another hour
it
to
was
go?
funny. The guy that was on the opposite... who was he? The
He was
first
like
army.
a traitor.
Yeah, the first army.
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, he was. Yeah, he stormed out with a meeting with the king, and he was like, "It's too bad he's gonna cross me now." He's like, "I wish he was my son," kind of thing, because he's got that gusto.
Yeah.
But then I forget the names.
Hal,
Hal.
who eventually becomes king.
He challenges 1-to-1.
Yep. That was a good fight.
And but the thing was, I had thought that the guy that he challenged was Tommen from Game of Thrones, because he just but he looked older, and I'm like, is that Tommen? I'm like,
Yeah.
that can't be Tommen.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a stupid haircut. But she's like, no, that's not Tommen. I was like, it looks like Tommen, and then she Googles it, and she's like, oh, Tommen is in this movie, but it wasn't Tommen. That wasn't Tommen. Like the Hal's brother is Tommen. And I'm like, oh, that was weird, because we hadn't even seen him up until that point.
Oh.
But I ended up being right that Tommen was in the movie. Just mistaken identity.
He's in a lot lately
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he's in that new 1917 movie too.
You find that I find that happens. Like there's this
Yeah.
one person that out of nowhere they're just like boom, like
Yeah.
they're in everything
Yeah.
for like 4 or 5 movies that come
They are.
out. Then they disappear
All
for
British stuff. He's in all British stuff.
Yeah.
a while. Well, I mean, well, you got this, yeah, but then you got the movie 1917 that's coming out. I'm sure you
Mhm.
can find him in something else.
Yeah.
In the future, he's looks youngish,
Mhm.
but the haircuts those guys got to get
Real dumb.
real dumb. But at the same time, I want to see if I pull one off. Like I
No.
always wondered. I
No.
always
No.
wondered what it would be like if I just took my sideburn up super high and just did a loop right around my
No,
ear, shaved
please.
right down the skull.
Please, God, no.
You need to do the Tommy Shelby
Please,
look first.
God,
The who?
The
no.
Tommy Shelby,
Tommy Shelby.
the Peaky Blinders guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
Tommen's got to be pretty young still. I imagine he's like 21.
Plenty of time to be in a lot of shit.
That's the reason I say I know he's very young is because when he and Marjorie were in scenes together in Game of Thrones, there were comments about how she's way older than him because she's like older than us, and he was like 17 at the time.
Yeah.
She was like 34 and he was 17 at the time, and it was kind of creepy.
She
It
fell
works.
for him.
She what?
She fell for him.
She fell for him.
Tommen. She fell for Tommen.
No, he fell for her.
He fell for her. Got it, guys. Because he died.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that.
She vaporized. She didn't really
yeah.
fall.
No. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Game of Thrones, is that something we're leaving in 2019?
Yeah. It's funny. We at the beginning of the year we were doing the podcast and being like, "What's the best? What are you most looking forward to?" Like Endgame, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, and you're like, "What's has the most potential to be disappointing?" and you said Game of Thrones. So
Yep.
it happened.
It did happen.
Unfortunately, the
Yeah.
thing.
I mean, that's probably perspective too, because maybe if I loved Star Wars enough,
Yeah.
I would have said Star Wars.
Yeah.
But Game of Thrones was like the thing I wanted.
Yeah.
It was the thing I've been waiting for long time.
Yeah. A lot of people were.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we're leaving that in 2019.
Star Wars was pretty disappointing.
It was.
Are we leaving Endgame in 2019 too?
Sure.
Endgame?
Endgame.
Endgame was incredible.
It was.
No, I don't know. Be interested to see what the next phase brings.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I've seen 3 movies the past 3 days. I talked about. Let me see. I had 3 movies. I didn't write them all down apparently. Ready or Not, I watched yesterday. I watched something else the day before. Let me pull up the other list. Ready or Not is like Ready or Not is like Get Out, and what's the other one where you're like, oh, you got to be married to then you ever see The Cabin in the Woods? Yeah, it's like that, or somebody has to die in order for somebody has to be sacrificed in order for the thing not to happen. Some bad things going to happen if the newlywed woman doesn't die. I watched Detective. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going with Ready or Not. It was fine. Yeah, it had Adrian Brody. Remember him from the OC back in the day? Yeah, he's pretty good in this. Very creative kills. I think I sent you one of them. Sent you a text of one of them yesterday. It was a crossbow through the mouth.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
See that super skinny guy?
Yeah. Big hair, big nose.
He's from the OC.
Yeah. Stuff from I sent you stuff from Twitter. I'm figuring out.
Yeah,
that
I thought that was all the video game.
there was the last one. The third one was.
Oh,
the
I
movie.
missed that one. Yeah, I never
Yes.
looked at it.
So, this woman gets married to in this rich family, and they like pull a card, any card, and she pulls a card called Hide or Seek, and they're like, you just got to hide till the morning, and then they murdered somebody because they thought she was her, and she sees them murder her, and she's like, oh fuck, this is really fucked up, I gotta survive. And so it's this whole thing about them trying to find her and try to murder her, and it's very creative ways of her murdering them and them trying to murder her. Yep.
Because
watching
they're a
right
rich
now.
family.
Because they have a curse upon them. Somebody made a deal with some guy back in the day, and he put a curse on them that if they didn't kill every person that got married to them somehow. But I don't understand that. But then it's like, how does the family keep going if they have to murder each person that gets married? So, yeah, pretty good movie.
She just walked in the room.
Yeah.
Pow!
Yeah, that was the maid. The maid walks in. She's like, "There's some shit going on outside. You would not believe it." And then she gets
Was that an accident?
Yeah, that was an accident.
Yeah, because they're all looking at it like, oh.
The woman, she was like, I have lost my gun. I'm such an idiot. So the guy gives her a crossbow. As he's handing her the crossbow, woman walks to the room, and the woman gets the crossbow. And she's like, fuck. And she's like, the crossbow goes off right into
I don't think she was being handed the crossbow. I think she was trying to yank it from his hands.
Oh, gotcha.
And they was like,
Oh, uh-oh.
what did we do?
Yeah. Much better movie the day before, Detective Pikachu. Pretty good.
Gotta watch that.
Yeah.
I'll watch that soon.
Very family friendly. Watch that with the kids.
I think maybe. Did the boys try to watch that once?
Of
I don't know. It's been some other kid. I don't
Some
know.
other kid
I
in
feel
their
like I
house.
put it on for somebody and they just were not interested in it.
maybe I wasn't home. I don't know. Could have been.
So pretty good. 7 out of 10. Good comedy. Ryan Reynolds does the Ryan Reynolds thing without swearing, but still one of those adult jokes
So was
hidden
he
in there.
Pikachu?
Peekaboo. Yeah. Yeah.
Dedachu?
Yeah. Decent CGI. All the Pokemon are CGI'd, but still very good.
Yeah. A little creepy CGI.
Yeah, a little
That's
creepy.
what I noticed.
It was a little bit of that. What's the one they're fixing? Oh, Sonic, right? Yeah.
Sonic, yeah.
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 No, they got this one right the first time.
That's good.
And then finally, day 1, 2020. First movie was It Chapter 2. Not good. Not good at all.
It Chapter 2?
It Chapter 2, yeah. It's Chapter 1 came out in 2017. It had the kid from Stranger Things in it. Played Richie. Swears a lot. It's very funny. It's very entertaining to see kids swear a lot. That one was very good because it was, felt like it had stakes. Felt like the kids were always in danger. The clown was very scary. The clown is the guy that plays the clown. Can do a thing with his eye where he moves it to the side. That's very creepy. Yeah, the more practical effects they have in a movie.
Did they have everybody the same actors and everything in the second one?
No,
none of the same actors.
No, because the first book takes place like 27 years before the second one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've never read them.
Yeah.
I've never watched any of those movies because no, I'd probably get scared. I like scary movies.
It's a bitch movie.
I
was going into it thinking like, oh god, it's gonna be so bad. But once I realized that, once the kids realized that Pennywise had no power over them if they weren't afraid of him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not afraid of you. It's like Macaulay Culkin coming out of the house. I'm not afraid anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore.
So yeah, the first one was very good. It was very highly rated. The second one relies way too much on CGI. The thing I liked about the book, about this part of the book, was the backstory of all the kids and what they were doing leading up to this part of the movie, or this part of the book of their whole history. Where, what's her name? The girl, I forget her name, but she's married to some asshole. He's beating the shit out of her for like years, and she finally gets the courage to leave him. And they have this epic fight in her room. He's slapping her with a belt. She's throwing shit at him. She eventually gets out because she dropped a fucking bookcase on him. It was fucking great. And then this movie is just cuts out everything that was interesting about their history or her history. Or what's her name? Beverly.
Wait, was that the first one?
The first one, what?
You talking about the first movie?
I'm talking about the second movie.
Was it
right
the
now.
fight?
The
Fight was in the second movie?
with Beverly and her husband.
Was that the one that had to fight her dad in the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she has to fight her husband in the second one. And it was very, the history leading up to it, not just hers, but Richie's and some other guy like marries this big fat woman that's basically like his mother. And they had this big blowout. Yeah, this big blowout fight when he's leaving to go back to Derry. And it's basically every backstory of every person was very interesting in the book. And they just scrapped all of that. This montage of that, that thing they do in montages where they have the recruiting scenes. You have to go get the team back together, all that shit. It's basically that, but just fast forward a lot faster. It's a almost 3-hour movie, so it's like you could have taken your time and done more for each person's story. Each person's story gets like maybe 5 minutes, maybe if that.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy who plays Barry.
Barry. Oh.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Yeah, me too.
That dude.
It's that guy that was on SNL and he played in Trainwreck, like he was LeBron's doctor.
Bill Hader. Yeah, he's in this. He's very good. He plays Richie. But yeah, they just get together and it's very fast paced. They get they get to Derry and the black guy who was still living there and calls everyone together, get everyone together. He's trying to explain, this fucking clown, he's still back. Remember the clown? And like, oh fuck that, I'm out of here. So everyone tries to leave. But when they get together, the CGI is so bad. It's like they're in this the Chinese restaurant when they're all reminiscing, and then Pennywise does his thing and makes these scary little spiders and these bats and shit. And it's like there's nothing in the room at all. You can tell, and they're just like flailing at shit and obviously not looking at what they're fucking supposed to be fighting, and it's just not good. Way too much CGI in this, yeah. So I don't know. I like the first one a lot better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't waste my time watching it too.
Yeah, very, very, very long. So my 3 movies so far this year. It Chapter 2, Detective Pikachu, and Ready or Not.
Okay. Give us some uplifting news, dude. Our time of despair.
Yeah.
Give us some uplifting
yeah,
news.
when we're almost to have a war with Iran.
Precipice
right?
of...
Yeah, precipice of...
Endgame.
Let's see. This is an article from the New York Times from December 28th. This has been the best year ever for humanity all over. Life just keeps getting better. By Nicholas Kristof. He's an opinion columnist. It's the bad things that you fret about are true, but it's also true that since modern humans emerged about 200,000 years ago, 2019 was probably the year in which Children were least likely to die, adults were least likely to be illiterate, and people were least likely to suffer excruciating and disfiguring diseases. Every day in recent years, another 325,000 people got their first access to electricity. Each day, more than 200,000 people got piped water for the first time, and 650,000 people went online for the first time every day. So, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of people, but then you realize there's 8 billion people on the earth.
Yeah, consider how many more were born each year. It's almost like that just happens by default. It's like, all right, so this child was born into a, average family, so they have working water. Add them to the list. What about all the ones that lost water, Damian? What about all the ones that lost electricity?
what about them? Let's see.
Sorry, I don't want to say it.
Let's see. Historically, almost half of all humans died in childhood. As recently as 1950, 27% of all children died by the age of 15. Now that figure has dropped to 4%. So,
wow,
more people living, I guess.
That tells me that
Vaccinations, man.
There you go. That's what it tells me too. Population's gonna not boom, but you ever feel like you get to that point of overcrowding, and then on top of that, it's the whole. Sometimes people just need to die. Not saying that in a like you need to die now, but it's just like the way we keep advancing science, where we keep people alive longer, just
cure all the diseases.
Yeah, it has like this weird effect. Like people are only having one kid. Almost like bringing the population back down.
Yeah,
in its own weird method.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if be interesting to see the effects.
So why
like,
are
this century
people
to the
having
next.
less kids now than they were 50 years ago?
Scared?
Yeah.
No.
Money, financially.
It's money.
Yeah, it's money, yeah.
Well, I mean, they're scared too.
So my mom is one of 7 children, and her mother didn't work, and they weren't rich at all by any means, but they didn't live in poverty. One husband making money to
Support a family.
provide for a 9-person family.
Yeah.
Could that happen nowadays?
No.
Very, very unlikely.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, we are pretty middle class, I would say. Could we afford to have 7 kids nowadays?
No.
Absolutely not.
My sanity couldn't afford to have 7 kids.
Because I would have to quit my job because we couldn't afford to send that many kids to daycare.
Be having a live-in person. Have to pay them. Well, don't even just be like, hey, you live here now, okay?
Yep.
You don't have to pay rent.
Yep.
Boom. Perfect. All expenses paid.
Yeah. We'll pay you an exposure. We have podcasts, so we'll talk about you on the podcast. You'll get exposure,
Right?
more customers. You're all set.
Oh, come on the podcast.
As recently as 1981, 42% of the planet's population endured extreme poverty, as defined by the United Nations as living on less than $2 a day. That portion has plunged to less than 10% of the world's population now. So there you go. Every day for a decade, newspapers could have carried the headline, another 170,000 moved out of extreme poverty. Or if one used a higher threshold, the headline could have been number of people living on more than $10 a day increased by 245,000 yesterday. Let's see. Yep, all those diseases like leprosy, polio, river blindness, and elephantitis are on the decline. Global efforts have turned the tide of AIDS. We are now reporting 90% adult literacy. So, yeah. Good stuff. What's going on?
Cheers.
Yeah.
From Iran.
Yeah, talking about that Twitter post. Somebody was on Twitter. This woman from Iran posted this picture. She's like this gorgeous model. And the guy was
like off a dating site.
"Hey baby, I'll be there soon."
Yeah. Some American was like, "Hey, I'll be in your country soon. What's up?"
What's up? What's up? You up?
Slide in those DMs.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, literacy, poverty is going down. So yeah. I mean, on the other flip side of that, more people can read, more people have the internet, means more people can contribute to the internet, which is not always a good thing.
No. Echo chambers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh boy.
So yeah, but there you go. Uplifting news for your new year, new decade.
Can you
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me
Sure.
what is a miskiff?
Sure can, buddy. Miskiff is the name of one of the top Twitch streamers, and Maya is his girlfriend.
Maya.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first thing I thought when you say Maya.
What's the first thing you think?
That R&B artist.
Maya?
Lavish things.
Right.
Just take my shit.
Fucking shit!
Now, was that second now by the man or the woman?
1 second.
Here. So they're gonna say bull fucking, they're gonna say shit at the same time, and then he's gonna, I ruined it, but somebody's gonna say bull.
Okay.
Tell me if the bull is a man or a
Lavish
woman.
things and just take my shit.
Fucking shit!
Was that the man or the woman?
Sounds like the woman, but I know it's the man.
Yeah, it's the man.
Lavish things and just take my shit.
Fucking shit!
Darn with the tier 1. Kyle with the 10
bought
gifted
him.
subs. Thank you.
That's
Should have finished
Mitch
it.
with the 2
Yeah,
months in a row.
should've.
Dark with the tier Prime. Lavish things.
Show.
Just take my
Carrie.
shit.
Fucking
What's up?
shit!
Darn with the tier 1. Kyle with the 10
bought
gifted subs. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you.
it's like-
I think I
Mitch
did
with the
it.
2 months in a row. Dark.
Did you? Do it again.
Nope.
Nope.
I peaked.
Lavish things and just take my shit.
Fucking shit!
It's freaky. It's like a exorcist. What do you call that? It's like he was possessed for a second.
Her face was like, what?
Yeah.
His face was like, change the subject. That was weird.
Miskiff is one of the top streamers on Twitch. Probably has 10,000, 15,000 subs.
What does he do?
Was-
Never heard of him.
What did he do?
Yeah.
What did any of them do?
Like, Wubby is a defender of justice. I mean, Moon's the greatest variety streamer in the world.
Same thing. He was around for one. There was some streamer house back in like late 2016, early 2017 that sort of blew up. Literally, or not. They went their separate ways, and some of them, dropped out of the Twitch streaming. But he maintained his audience and built it from there. Yep. And Maya has an interesting story. She was rehabilitating hawks, and she showed a hawk on stream, and she was like, "Here's my hawk." And she went on somebody's stream that was already established, and she was like, "Here's my hawk. His name is this, blah blah blah." So,
Yeah, that's interesting.
yes.
I thought of the R&B singer too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maya. You remember?
Oh, there's the Maya, but then was the one that died?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, yeah.
Maya wasn't that big.
Which I wasn't even 100 that Maya was still alive.
She's alive.
Okay.
She's a ghetto superstar one.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
And the one from Moulin Rouge.
Oh,
The first one that sang because she was the least important. Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
yes.
you know, I argue that the first one isn't the. I mean, when you got like a card, a UFC card, you open the show. I think that's a pretty big deal. Like wrestling, like a lot of people that like focus on the main event. By the time main event rolls around, everyone's tired. No one's amped up. You're on first. You got the crowd at like on the edge of their seat. They're like, "Yeah, I'm fucking excited to be here. Let's do it." You go out and put on a good show, and you hype them up for the rest of the show. Like I think being first is where it's at.
Yes. Tell us about God of War. You've been playing. You've been
I haven't
going
got
against
to play as much as I'd like to, but I'm going to Jotunheim,
Jotunheim.
the realm of the giants.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but cutting off heads, taking them on adventures with me.
Nice. Are you carrying with you?
Huh?
You carrying with you?
I am carrying one with me.
Nice.
He's a smart head. Let's see.
You're a smart head.
Thanks. It's just I don't know, I'm learning more skills.
Have you
I'm picking up things where I can make my kid like shoot spirit wolves at people, or I got one that's like a spirit hawk. I just summon it. I hold square, and just like a hawk just starts whipping through all my enemies, stuns them so I can help him cleave them in half. It's so awesome.
Have you played any Valkyries?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
I have seen a clip of a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And there's these things like there's tears that kind of go to like another dimension. Because really what happens is there's different realms, but it's all stacked on top of each other, basically.
Yeah.
So you can like, there's these tears where it's like, oh, what do I do? It says press X. The first time I ever saw one, so I'm like, all right, so I press X. I put my hand in it, and I fucking rip out this skull level enemy. A skull level means you're fucked. The thing just hits me once, and I'm dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that again. But there's other ones where like you reach in and you get a treasure or something like that.
Mm.
So it's a mixed bag. Like, what you gonna get? But one of those I've seen that you reach in, Valkyrie pops out, and ensued a ridiculous fight that even on normal, is like really, really hard to beat.
There's a clip from Twitch where the guy was playing on the hardest difficulty, and he played the same Valkyrie. He fought the same Valkyrie over and over again for 1,500 tries. He finally got it.
1,500?
1,500.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. So,
Yeah. Okay. So if it was hard for me,
yeah,
that would be 1,500 times on hard, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not even the hardest difficulty.
What's your
Normie would be like 700.
You're playing on normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to. I started on hard because I had this idea like, let's get the most out of this experience as I possibly can because there's a good chance I'm never going to go back to this game.
Yeah.
Then like it was expecting me to do things that they didn't even teach me yet in a tutorial.
Yeah.
So it's like I need to tone the difficulty down.
Yeah.
And then literally a fight after the one that I had to reset the difficulty level, it was like, oh, this is how you do this. Oh, thanks. That would have been helpful before I boosted or dropped the difficulty level. Thanks.
If you're playing on hard, I think they assume you don't need the help.
Why assume that? Just assume that it's the beginning of the game. You know,
Sure.
I didn't pick new game plus hard.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
but
That's cool.
it's fine in normie mode.
Yeah.
It is considerably easier if there was like a stage between the two. I think that'd be my sweet spot.
Yeah.
But really, the story is fun. It's funny. I'm in this part anytime you're on the water, like the son will ask for stories and Kratos will tell stories, but he's like the shittiest storyteller in the world because he's not a very good dad. So he's just like, one time this horse ended up fighting a man. Horse won. And the kid's like, the story sucked.
And he was like, yeah, well, it's your favorite story, so go to bed or I'll sell all your toys. I'll leave you 3,000.
So, yes. It's a good game, though. I still recommend it to anybody. Play God of War. You play God of War.
I will. Oh, kind of hard without it. I mean, a PS4 is technically hooked up. TV's technically hooked up, but I got my... So, you haven't been over there since I put the monitors in. I have the monitors on the table in front of me. I have the TV behind the monitors.
Sure.
So I can't see behind it. So
Can't see behind.
the monitors.
So how do you see the TV?
Oh, I don't. I look at the monitors. I haven't played my PS4 since I got the monitors. Like 6
You don't have
months.
anything going on the TV?
No.
You got your two computer screens and you have nothing going
So
on
I'll
your TV?
have a game here on the right. The monitors are literally right here.
Yeah.
The table is like this. The table we're
There's the
podcasting on
monitors
is
on
like
the
two
TV.
2 feet in front of me, and I'll have the monitors here, and they'll be at this height, but my table can kick up into my face, so the monitors will be like about 6 inches above me, about 6 inches away from me. So no, I can't see.
So
behind
can you
them.
like see under it?
See what under? I haven't turned on the TV in months.
So
I
I
have-
have the TV on because you like to party.
Oh, because I like to party. Yes, and I do. You know this about me.
How can you have the stereo and the volume up at the same time? Why do you need the stereo and the TV on at the same time? Because I like to party.
Anyway, so yeah, I've been playing Outer Wilds on one TV, and I'll play like not Evangelion, but something else on the other seat. Maybe a stream on the other screen. The Outer Wilds was Giant Bomb's Game of the Year. It has gotten praise from everybody.
I've seen that.
And-
Often confused with Outer Worlds.
Yeah, by you.
A lot of people,
And everyone.
actually.
And Aldo. Yep.
Thank you.
True. So Outer Wilds is a game where you are spawned in the middle of a village, and they're like, "Hey, get these launch codes for this shuttle. You can go out and explore our solar system. The solar system is not like No Man's Sky or anything like that. It's not an unlimited exploration game like that. It's a limited linear story game. So they have 6 planets, and you explore each planet. You find little puzzles, little left behind clues, where there'll be like there's little hieroglyphs. What do you call them? Hieroglyphs. and you study them, and it'll say you can translate each hieroglyph, and it'll say what happened there, and you have to piece together what happened based on those hieroglyphs.
Okay.
So you have to go to each planet. The planet is literally, I don't know, you can circle around it in a minute. It's like, small. It's very, very small. Each planet is very, very small. So it'll be very easy to find each. You would think it'd be easy to find each clue, but they're, one planet is underwater where all the hieroglyphs are. One planet is under sand. Everything's under the ground where you have to go and find them. And the sort of the twist of the game is every 15 minutes the sun explodes and goes supernova, and not all your progress isn't reset, but like if you moved anything, it's put back where it originally was, but you remember what you saw. You know what I mean? So it's like a Groundhog's Day sort of thing. So you go out and your little spaceship, and it's like I said, it's got arcadey simulation of you have to maintain the velocity of each planet, but you can press a button and it'll automatically home in on that planet and it'll automatically put your velocity to match that. So you just got to get close and it'll draw you in, and then you just got to do the right what did I say the other day? You have to the right the right orientation.
Yes.
Not orientation, but
orientation.
Orientation. Yeah. You have to orient your ship the right way.
Correct orientation.
Yes, to land
2020. The nerve of this guy.
You have to land on each planet, get off the planet, or get off your ship, and explore around. And you have like a little tracer thing to figure out. You can find frequencies on the planet. So you're not like exploring everywhere. You can know where you're going based on where the frequencies are. It'll do that thing where you're like looking right, and it'll slowly start zooming in a circle to tell you where to go. So you have that thing, and then eventually you will on your ship it'll say like, oh, you've been here, here, and here, and when you were over there, the clue said this. So all the clues around the entire solar system are in this one map. So you look at the map, you're like, okay, this has got a question mark, and this has got a thing based off that, and a thing based off that. So the only thing I gotta fill in are right here, and it's on that planet. So I have to go to the planet and go where the last clue was, basically, on the last time I died. So I've been doing that the last few hours. I did that right before you got me, and it's very good. I like the music a lot. I'm gonna play some music from that from the game, The Outer Wilds. The song is called Timber Hearth. It's the name of the planet you start on. Yeah. You have people on the planet that you start on, and there's other people around in the solar system. You can talk to them. There's like a guy on the moon that's circling your planet. You talk to him, and you're like, what are you doing here? He's like, I don't know. I've been here like 30 years, and people send me food and ship, and I'm just here to, keep track, be security, make sure nothing goes wrong. Okay,
This is music that plays while you're exploring?
Yeah.
Make some lyrics for it right now.
Huh?
Make some lyrics for it.
Make some lyrics?
Make some lyrics right now. Hit me with some bars, buddy.
I'm in space. It's really dark. I'm so lonely with my dog.
You got a dog?
I got a dog. Got my spaceship. Oh shit, there's an asteroid. I'm dead.
Sun went supernova.
Yep.
Kill the song.
I was doing my impression of Adam Driver in Inside Llewyn Davis. Let me show you this clip. He's been in a lot, actually. Like when we started talking about Adam Driver, and I went back and looked at everything he's been in, I've seen like almost every movie he's been in.
These trees, leaves don't blow in the breeze. Literally unplayable.
Talking about doing top 5 Andys.
Top 5 Andys, yeah. He's got to come on for that show.
He has to.
What does that even mean?
Just top 5 Andys that we know. Not really know, just like pop culture, any kind of Andy in history.
Oh.
It's got to go with Andy. You can pick an Andrew if you like to be called Andy,
I could do that.
Yeah? You look like you got some Andys right off the top of your head.
I do.
Go ahead, hit us with one.
Well then, what if we do this and
All right, fine. Save it for later.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah?
we're not going to do it though, are we?
We might.
We very
Andy
well might.
McMahon, obviously.
New year, new us.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, he's Andrew. Does he like to be called Andy?
He does.
Okay.
Got JTT, Adam Driver, And I forgot the guy's name.
JTT, like 90s JTT.
Justin Timberlake. I'm sorry.
What?
Totally different.
Totally
That's
different.
so different. Why would you call him JTT?
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Who's you on it?
Yeah, well, that's who JTT is.
I thought you were saying something and you didn't finish it.
So we have Kylo Ren, and we have the guy from
New Girl?
no, the guy from Star Wars with the other Poe. Not Poe. Is that Poe, right? Yeah,
That dude looks like somebody else too. That's not. Is that Poe?
that's Poe.
Oh, space. It's the best thing I've ever seen Kylo Ren do.
Is he singing?
He's singing it. Oh, sort of.
Let me see.
It's from the movie Inside Llewyn Davis. One of my favorite Coen Brothers movies.
Word.
It's weird that he's saying outer space because 2 years later he'd be playing Kylo Ren in outer space. Oh.
I don't know what to say.
See the? Did I'll show you the thing with Kylo Ren in Star Wars, where they.
Hey, can you bring this up for me? This ain't a spot.
I'm watching a clip of Kylo Ren running, and there's some
running to with that Bonnie Tyler's "I Need a Hero."
Oh yeah. I love that shrug he does when he's fighting the Knights of Ren.
It's coming, buddy. You wait for it.
No, I just saw it. It just
Oh,
happened.
he just did it right there.
He just did it.
Did you see that part? I like that part.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
blowing up like he's doing like flash dance or some shit.
I mean, it's a good fight scene, but it doesn't hold a candle to.
It's much better with "I Need a Hero."
Yeah, but it's still not as good as the Last Jedi fight. Pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah.
Play for Carrie now.
Yes.
Go ahead, you talk.
So we find another track. They're basically all the same-ish. This one is called Outer Wilds. It's got, it's just a game you play. This is a yeah.
Carrie's disgusted.
It's a game you play to chill out with, and just sort of. I'm imagining if somebody said that if you knew the secret of whatever it is, you can do it in like 10 minutes on your first run.
Yeah. It's very uplifting.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like music that should be in a video game.
All right, right? I'm talking about music that you probably weren't expecting from a video game. I also played a game from a few years ago called Celeste. It is a retro styles platformer. So I will just play one of the songs from it.
I really feel like they put this music in here just like a lot of people probably just coming up with their own words of this song, these songs.
So this next one we'll play is from Celeste. It's a side-scrolling, retro pixelated game.
I was just coming up with lyrics for that one.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Space. I live in outer space, space. I live in outer space.
Outer space.
I think she got the gist of it.
This song is called.
Beautiful.
This song is from.
It's not my
favorite
best.
song of
It's not my
2020.
my best singing voice because I'm sick.
Yeah.
See, as you could see, I couldn't even say sick
Gotta hold that note.
because should I? Gosh, I was singing to our youngest when we always sing, me and our youngest 2-year-old before
Our
bed.
youngest 2-year-old.
Our youngest child who was 2 years old.
There you
We
go.
always sing before bed, and I was trying to sing to him last night. It was so terrible. My voice was like,
I feel for you.
I was like, can you hear me? Because he was in the room across the hall in our other child's room, and I'm like embarrassing myself. I'm like, can you hear me singing? It's so bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
Sorry, everyone. It's a Henry Zabrowski quote. They had a side stories yesterday. It was pretty good.
Did before you get into that, were you gonna say anything more about that music?
I like it a lot.
Well,
very
I
good.
was just curious because that music sounds like it could straight up be like songs that you hear on the radio.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of this thing where Sony was talking about having like exclusivity.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
Got it.
Deals with like people going forward, like so they can use their music in their song or in their games and stuff like that
For the PS5.
And it's theirs, you know. They
Yeah.
can. And that was going to be a bigger thing moving forward. That almost sounds like what we have to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like that's songs without lyrics and everything, but like it'd be a time where actually playing Lego. What the hell is it? Marvel Superheroes 2 or something like that. I forget what it was.
Yep.
But Redbone, Come and Get Your Love.
Oh.
That's like the opening song because it starts off with Guardians of the Galaxy. It has Star-Lord piloting a ship.
Oh, yeah, nice.
It's like dun, 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 dun. And now my 5-year-old loves it. He loves that song. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of him. Like there's the character, he'll put his Walkman on when you're in battle.
Yeah.
And like that music will start playing. And everybody around him will start dancing to it. And he'll just sit there and keep like walking with the Walkman on, making the character do this over and over again. I just keep hearing the song. I'm like, it never gets old. I love it. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing. You be you.
Yeah. No, we can't leave Endgame in 2019 because that was one of the best scenes in Endgame. Because that song comes on right after Thor gets his hammer from his mother. Like he's talking to his mom, and then Rocket comes running around the corner. He's like, "We gotta go. I got the Soul Stone or whatever stone he got." And then Thor's like, "Okay, we'll get out of here." Wait. And then he's like, "Arr!" And then his Rocket's like, "What are you doing?" And his mom's like, "It takes a second sometimes." And he's like, "Arr!" And he grabs the hammer and he dun 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 dun. Yeah, I still have it. Yes. Yeah. And then the music comes on. Bam, bam,
Yeah, we can't leave it in 2019 because I'm going to watch that again.
Yeah, you should.
Like
we should do a watch along with Carrie.
Yeah.
She's
let's do it.
her eyes just went big. Like, please kill me.
No, I only want to. I mean, I can't narrate the whole 3-hour
You
movie,
should.
right? But
You
the
should.
big fight scene.
Yeah. But yeah, see that scene with Thor goes right into the one with where they're trying to get the Power Stone, right? Because then Star-Lord gets the Power Stone originally, but they knock him out and grab it themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
War Machine and Nebula go and get it, and then Nebula gets fucked up because she's in the same timeline as the other Nebula, and things and such. I played Celeste. It's a side-scrolling retro game. Came out, I don't know, 2 years ago. I haven't beaten it because it's very hard. I suck at platforming games. So I'm going to give you an example of what it is. It's one of those. Old style, pixelated.
Spikes on the floor.
Spikes on the floor, jumpy stuff. Yeah. So, it's good. I played a little bit of it. It was on Game Pass. Game Pass is crazy. Game Pass started on Xbox and they moved it to PC because Microsoft owns that stuff too. And all the time they're adding new stuff. I played Outer Worlds free because it's on Game Pass. And then I played
Take on a pilgrimage.
Celeste.
Oh,
I think
snap.
cheaper. Game Pass and Epic Game Store have been having better deals than Steam recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been getting a bunch of games on there, and the Celeste was one of them. And I got the song, my favorite song from the game is called Confronting Myself. Let's start off again. It sounds like something from Ghost in the Shell. At all? I think so. The drop is coming. The end shimmering. There you go. The end's over there shimmering. Shimmy, shimmy, pretty good.
That test match today. Amber did like hit the shot, and And Amber's like, "Yeah, do a shimmy after that," because it was like a winner. And she like did a shimmy. I'm like, "That's the best shimmy I've ever seen. I can't do it like that. No, I don't want to do shimmies. I can't."
Get to shimmy whenever time
Yeah.
you want me to. Yeah. Cool stuff.
I don't think your opponents would like to see that.
No. Great show.
I would be angry if somebody hit a winner on me and then shimmied away.
Yeah,
Fucker.
maybe a little bit.
This next shot's coming for your balls.
If I just listening to whatever, I like this chiptune sort of music. That's what it's called, chiptune. 8-bit sort of sound.
8-bit. Yeah.
8-bit music.
What was the first thing you said? Chiptune?
Chiptune.
Chiptune. Never
Yeah.
even heard that before.
No?
Me neither.
8-bit, totally.
Yes. Let me see if I can find
False
a...
start means
What is
offense,
Tennessee
right?
doing? Trying to
They
get
had a
themselves
delay
out
of
field goal
games.
range?
They had a delay of games, and now they have a false start.
Well, the delay game looked intentional.
So I'm just playing some random chiptune playlist.
Belichick's like, "Get your bitch ass out of here."
So it's stuff like this. Yeah.
Oh, I just read his
This-
lips. He's swearing a lot.
This song bops.
It does. This is by Dub Mood. Song is called
you
Monkey
hear the
Island.
dub in it.
Yeah.
They should call it Dub Bit.
I'm confused. Are they kicking a field goal?
They were supposed to. Now they look like they're punting. They're out of field goal range. And Patriots just brought back in.
How did they do that?
Bitch ass getting cut. Woof.
What the hell just
Oh,
happened?
Stone IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Just pulled out of the bag a...
Pissing me off.
What's it called? 3 ounce... Or a pint. I got a pint here, guys.
Mm.
Go point. Stone IPA.
Pint typically. Ooh, that was a nice solid one.
Thank you.
I'm never on the receiving end of it. That sounded crisp. Oh, they're still punting though. All right. Some good football being played right now.
Still 14, 13.
3 straight penalties this drive.
Jesus.
Let's make it 4.
Titans versus New England. 14-13 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth. The Patriots are defending. The Titans are punting. The punt went wide.
Went wide.
Can you imagine a commentator being like that? No emotion whatsoever.
Yeah, it's called golf.
So yeah, let me see if I can find. Some of them have openings to them. Some podcasts have openings like that to them.
Yeah, there's one that I feel like you're gonna say, and I want to say for you.
Nerdist has one, and then also, what's that? It's the half hour happy hour.
Nice.
This is one of the most popular chiptune people, Anamanaguchi.
I think it was Distorted View Daily is the one I'm thinking of that had like the kind of
Yeah.
8-bit poppy thing.
Yep. I do like. Now we're just going off. This is just the music portion of the show. What's the show I'm watching? No, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Evangelion.
Evangelion. This is the intro.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's pretty lit.
Carrie's like, what is this? You fucking weeaboos.
Weeaboos.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Hey, speaking of, Carrie took a, what'd you take? What was that? Test?
I took a BuzzFeed quiz on today on internet slang.
Nice.
And it was supposed to guess your age based on how many questions you got right.
Somehow she got 23.
Out of how many?
No, it was to put me in the 24 to 35-year-old range.
Yeah, I thought
Which
it put
I
you in the
am.
20 to
Yes,
23.
you are. Still, for this year.
I thought it was 2023.
No.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense then. She got yeet wrong.
I got 6 out of 11, so I don't know how I'm so young.
He says yeet all the time.
Even though I told her
Yeah.
what yeet was literally today.
Well, no.
yeah,
I wasn't listening to you.
No, this is what happened.
Every time he says yeet, it's like, yeah, yeet, yeah, yeet. Now he's got our children saying yeet, yeet, yeet. And I'm like, I don't know what
I
that
already
means
had
to
the
me. It
5-year-old
seems
doing
like,
it.
oh, cool.
But the 2-year-old.
Gadzooks.
Yeah, the 2-year-old
That's
started
swell.
saying
And so the choices, I had no idea it meant throw something. Why would yeah yeet mean,
No, it's
throw
just yeet.
something.
Yeah, yeet. I explained to you. She's like, "What's the yeah?" Then I was like, how like someone say yeet, and then now it's just yeah yeet. He's just adding something out there to make it more exaggerated. But I told her today because we went to the store and I said, she asked me something, and I love saying things wrong intentionally.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, yeet. And she's like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, you're going to throw me to the store. And she's like, shut up. I said this to her. And then she ended up getting it wrong today because she wasn't listening to me. You need to listen to me.
Don't talk to me about listening.
She's going to eat me out of the house.
So let's see. What's this? I'm sure the outro is pretty good too. I always skip the intro and outro, but no, this sounds like when he's about to die. They always play this. The main kid, Shinji, he almost dies a lot in the show. The first episode. So talk about Neo Genesis Evangelion, whatever you want to say. I started it this week, and I have 3 episodes left. It's very good. First episode. Shinji is like a 15-year-old kid, and he's brought to this facility where his dad works. And his dad has been building giant mechs, and his dad wants him to pilot one of the mechs. It's like Eva 01, whatever it's called. So the kid gets into it, and they shoot him off to the surface where he has to fight a monster. It's sort of like Power Ranger style with the Zords.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, think Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So he's in there and he's like, what am I doing here? So he's like, just practice walking. The thing's right in front of him. He's like, all right, just try walking, before you do anything. He's like, one step left, right. He's stumbling around. And the thing goes and grabs him, rips off his arm, punches him in the face. Or no, he has like one of these arms where it's like the thing comes out and goes back in. So it's like punch him over and over again.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. So the thing's like punching over and over again with this like, mechanical arm. He's trying to break through the headgear shit. And then eventually, I don't know, punches straight through it. So he's like Shinji's what do you call it? Mech, his Eva is like down. It's powered down. Suddenly, I guess it came back to life. Went into berserk mode. Beats the shit out of the thing. Grabs it. Rips out its internal organ. Starts eating it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So apparently the Evas they have shields all around them like a Power Ranger Zord, but apparently the shield, the gear, the armor around it is meant to keep in the Eva. The Eva is an organic machinery type deal, so it was meant to keep in
like a cocoon,
exactly. And then I forget what happened, but
actually cocoons are meant to keep things out because they break out.
Yeah, but anyways, in one of the most recent episodes, it went berserk again, but they couldn't contain it. They couldn't shut it down, so then it shed all its skin and it looked fucking weird. All without its helmet on, and it didn't have. You ever seen a guy without lips? It had that sort of look to it. Where
can't say that I have.
Yeah,
like maybe Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so it had that sort of look to it. Very creepy. But yeah, it's very good. Like I have like 2 or 3 episodes left. Something weird happened in one of the most recent ones where somebody was getting off an elevator and you hear a gunshot. And then the next scene, you just see a woman go home and start crying. And I assumed she was the one that fired the gun at the guy. And then I looked up online because it was a very confusing episode. It was like one of those flashback things, and it flashed forward to the present. And so I looked up the episode. Okay, this happened. I got it. Then I read the bottom where it said, when this episode first aired, they had when it first re-aired, when it first went on to DVD or whatever, they had to update that episode because people thought that. What's her name? I forget the woman's. Anyway, people thought that the woman that was crying killed the guy, and apparently it wasn't. They didn't say in the wiki who did it, but they said that the producers of the show had to re-edit it because of people thinking that the woman Aziki, something like that. Anyways,
their human hands showing in the cat costumes.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Sure. Check it out.
The bulges weren't big enough.
Unlike most animes, this one is not 5,000 episodes. It's 25 episodes and a movie, I think.
When did it come out?
95.
95. All right. So there's no other ones in sight.
I don't think so. I don't believe so.
All right. Are there any spin-off series?
I think they do have some. I don't know. They said something about Evangelion 3.0 or other. There's like other movies,
Okay.
but no other shows.
Okay.
Um,
Because that's the thing too. If you look at like Dragon Ball,
yeah,
Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
do you look at it as like a whole? Or are they two separate things?
yeah.
3 separate things. GT, Super, or is it just all Dragon Ball? And that's what's intimidating to you. Go from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Super, but it's all Dragon Ball.
Just a lot.
It is a lot if you look at it like that. But maybe like Dragon Ball, I'm not really sure how long that ran for
Yeah.
before it turned into Dragon Ball Z.
And then Super is like 150, right?
100.
That's too many.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Feels like a lot. I hope Dan Reichert still has time for those things.
Yeah,
Those,
I was gonna
I
say
think those were the best things that he did.
It was, yeah. What was it? All Systems Goku.
Yeah, also Goku. That's fun. Loved his Vegeta stuff. Oh, I'm just gonna be sit here and be a terrible father.
That was the other guy,
Oh, that was the other guy. Oh,
Yeah.
we need him.
Gersman.
Grossman. Okay.
So almost
He's over here
through.
punching his kid in the face, saying, "I'll get you ice cream. Stop being a bitch."
Almost done here. Witcher is very good. I finished that last
Witcher
week.
K, we gotta start watching that because if we don't start watching it, I'm gonna start watching it without you.
Boom.
What?
Well, let's watch it then.
Let's watch
We
it.
have to finish Fuller House.
We don't really.
We do.
I
I
mean,
don't
we got
want to
plenty of
have
time.
like
It was
8 things
canceled.
going at once.
It was canceled, so we got plenty of time to
It was
catch up.
canceled.
Yeah.
Fuller House was canceled because of
Thanks,
Aunt Becky.
Aunt Becky. Yeah, jerk. I think they're trying to make like a movie though.
Is that why Uncle Jesse hasn't been on it at all yet?
No, I want to see him be like. They probably wouldn't say that though. They'd be like, "We got a divorce." Aunt Becky went to jail. She's a battle girl. But then he could like start like banging all those moms in like the mommy club.
Those thirsty moms.
You know what thirsty means? There you go.
I know that one. I also know what tea is.
Tea.
Yeah, do you spill some tea?
I don't know.
It's
What's that?
gossiping.
You got Damien
Oh, yeah.
shaking his
Or
head
maybe
too.
it's drink some tea. I don't know. But tea is gossiping.
Gossiping. Okay. Wow.
Like I have some
I guess
juicy
we showed
news.
our age there.
Yeah.
Juicy news for you. Tea.
Big first down. There's Frisker again. Frisker. His name.
Edelman
Fister?
bobbled a first down pass. It's his fault.
He dropped
would've
so
had-
many passes.
They would have had the first down and still had the ball right
He
now.
also dropped my playoff hopes. So, fuck him. There's Frisker. He's got a crazy last name.
Thirsker.
Ferkster.
Huh?
Ferkster.
Ferkster?
No, actually, it's not a STR. Ferkster. Ferkster. I like calling him Ferkster, though. Who's the Ferkster? What the Ferk's the Ferkster?
Yeah, this isn't looking good right
It's
now.
looking fine.
They need 1 point. It's 14-13.
There's 2 minutes left in the game.
Hey, guys. Do I got to
Guys.
remind you? The
Yes.
Patriots did not have the lead in that Super Bowl against Atlanta until the final second.
Yeah. What was it? 30-13? It was something. It was
Yeah.
28-3.
No, they won with a touchdown, so.
Yeah, it was 28-3 at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even remember what the final score was. I was too busy crying.
Quick lightning round recommendation movies. Let's see. Ghost Story with Rooney Mara and Casey Affleck. Casey Affleck plays a guy that dies, comes back as a ghost, but like old school ghost with the sheet and the eye holes thing. Yeah.
Comedy?
No, it's very good. It's
Casper?
It's especially not a comedy. It's one of the most boring movies I've seen, so you would
Okay.
probably hate it.
Okay.
I think there might be 1-page dialogue, meaning like 10 minutes of dialogue. It's him watching his wife. There's a 20-minute scene, literally a 20-minute scene with Rooney Mara eating a pie. Sitting
Why
down,
would you watch this?
Sitting down and eating a pie because I heard that it's very
It's another
good.
first down.
I watched it for that moment, and apparently she hated the pie, tasted awful to her, so she throws up in the scene, and you watch her throw up, and that wasn't scripted.
And then she was hungry and then went back to eat the pie?
Yeah. It's very good. It's a movie that's sort of like, it's a much cheaper version of Interstellar. He watches her live her life, watches her, get a new man, all that stuff. And then she dies. Other people own the house. At one point, the time skips forward, and there's this, the city around it develops. Skyscrapers build up all around. So apparently he's in the skyscraper now. He's like, there's nothing here for him anymore. So he jumps off the building, hits the ground, goes back in time to like the frontier frontiersman era. People are building the house. People are building. The first people there are building the
Communities.
The communities. Not even community, but like one house, and then they all get killed by Indians. But a girl leaves a note underneath a rock apparently, but they never show what the note was. And then his wife, I guess later on, left a note in like a doorway or something, and you see him scratching at the door for the whole movie. You're like, what the fuck? Why is he scratching at the door? Apparently she left a note in the door for him, and then when he reads the note, he just vanishes. So that they never explain what was in the note, but it's one of those. You're like, okay, doesn't really matter what was in the note, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very interesting movie, I would say.
We're gonna try it again. You said lightning round.
Lightning round of 2 movies, so that was one of them. Another one was Phantom Thread. I tried to watch a bunch of shit before the decade ended. That was like the best of the decade, so that was one of them. By I just had the guy's name in my head. Paul Thomas Anderson. He did There Will Be Blood. Well, There Will Be Blood and Magnolia and the porn movie.
That is the motion he's making.
The porno movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Now he's double jerking.
He jerks off in a bathroom.
With Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah, the porno movie from the 70s with Mark Wahlberg.
Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gary's like, I got this one.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I know he's like, it's something about porn.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And
Didn't know that.
One of Mark Wahlberg's first
I too
movies.
have never watched
He
it.
shows his dick. It was a prosthetic, so that doesn't really count.
Oh, okay.
Bullshit.
It's the Fight Club thing. Don't know.
Do you remember
what
that
they saw,
joke
but
I sent you about the Falcons?
no.
Are you a 28-3 lead? Because I want to blow you.
Yeah, you sent it to me way too soon. I can appreciate it a little bit more now. Oh man, Patriots not using that timeout.
1 minute and 46 seconds to go.
What do you think?
45.
Henry fumbles the ball. Patriots running back for a touchdown.
You have way more faith than me.
I just like to think of the best possible outcome. It almost seems too.
What's that guy's name?
True. What?
Blazing Game?
Brown? Blazing Game? That's a pretty sweet last name. Good catch. Dude's got Blazing Game.
That's funny.
It's probably like Blazing Game.
Yeah.
They need a first down. They seal it. Oh, Patriots D stepping up. Now they use the timeout. Smart play. 39. Tom's hair looks darker. Oh, it's raining on him. He looks like he's... Did he get his hair dyed for this? Or is it raining?
Brady?
Look at him.
He had a hair implants. He was balding for a while.
I think what just happened was they were filming him from the right side of his face. Usually they get the left side. The right side looks considerably younger. It's like 10 years younger.
That side?
Right side? No, left side? Right side. It has the part on this side. That was bold. I guess that's what you gotta do. You wear it down. Now, I guess you gotta punt it. Do you? What if they ran it again? Ran the clock all the way down.
What would you do?
Run it again. Well, then it'd just be a turnover. Clock would stop anyways.
What would you do?
I don't believe in fourth downs. I do 4 verticals every single play. Or I'd be throwing murder balls through the middle. I'd be going through receivers like they were revolving doors.
He's making a lot of... Like, you're just speaking in metaphors completely right now. Like, none of that
I'll
makes
explain
sense.
what I meant. 4 verticals.
Did you understand what before I... No, you didn't understand it, right? No, I didn't either.
What?
Revolving doors and murder holes.
Murder
and,
balls. Murder balls are like balls going through the middle that your receiver has to look at the ball. Otherwise, they're not going to catch it. So they're not paying attention to the defender that's ready to fucking knock their block off as soon as they catch the ball. That's a murder ball. Any ball that puts your receiver in harm's way, that's all I'd be throwing. Right up through the middle. Or 4 verticals, which is a play where all my receivers run.
Yes.
Like Hail Marys, basically.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't think he'd be a very good quarterback.
And I would be I wouldn't be a good quarterback. This is my coaching.
Oh.
And going through my receivers like revolving doors would basically be because all my receivers are dying because I'm tossing murder balls. Oh goodness, pinned at the 1. What a punt. My God, folks.
I don't understand the punts either. Like, I don't understand what the offense, the receiving team and the kicking team can do on a punt.
I don't either.
What do you mean?
Like, how come he could stop the ball right there?
Well, that's
Because
the farthest away.
when a Titan touches the ball, that's where the play is dead.
Why didn't Edelman try to do something?
Because if Edelman fucked that up and the Titans recovered, that's a touchdown.
But they lose anyway.
Huh?
They're going to lose anyway if they don't.
Not necessarily. They got 15 seconds left.
But I'm saying
We could do some terrific Tom shit
if
right
they
now.
don't get the ball into their end zone, they're going to lose.
No, they could get a field goal.
Oh, but no, not from the 1.
No, but they have 15 seconds to get into field goal range.
Your point was like he can grab it and run as far as he can. In this scenario, without trying to grab the ball, they're on the 1.
Oh shit!
Okay, now it's
Game over.
See, that's what I was going to say was going to happen. If they didn't let them set up the scrimmage, right? Don't you think they have a better chance of running the ball farther to their end zone? Like what just happened right now was the Patriots let them set the ball at 1, right?
Yes. Well, no. I mean, they were hoping the ball would blow by them and go in the end zone. If it goes in the end zone, it's a touchback. It's
And that's
25
a 20
yards.
Oh, 25 now?
Yeah.
Did it used to be 20?
I think it's 25 now.
Okay, so the best case scenario is it starts in the 25.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, what just happened there, is it starts at the 1 and they get a touchdown.
That is, this right here is the worst case scenario.
Yes.
Picked, touchdown, yeah, and the game's over.
That's what could have happened in the previous play. But instead of somebody grabbing it, grabbing
So
the punt.
let's say Edelman. Well, the reason Edelman probably did not catch that ball was that it was over his
Was
head.
that
He
Edelman?
realized he was outmatched. No, that wasn't Edelman.
no, okay.
But the punt return.
Yes.
You guys said
Yeah,
Edelman was
yeah,
there.
yeah.
He probably was going to do a fair catch or something like that, but the ball went over his head, or he wasn't confident that he was going to not fuck it up. So he just let it go and hoped that it would go to the end zone.
But it didn't.
And they recovered it before it got to the end zone. If it rolled into the end zone, that's 25. They started on the 25-yard line. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the other team recovered it, pinned
Yeah.
it at the 1.
Yeah.
That was a great kick.
So
So the Patriots aren't going to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
You were wrong.
Do you realize what I did? By the way, hold on. I wrote this down because I couldn't say it out loud. Carrie, you want to read that out loud for me?
into the mic.
So this earlier before this game started, I was like, all right, well, she asked me, what do I think the Patriots are going to do? I'm like, they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm like, you can't throw dirt on the Patriots until they prove that like they're dead, you know?
Yes.
And she's like, that's what you really think? I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'll write down what I really think, but I'm not going to say it because, you know,
Jinx them.
every time I said the Bills were going to win,
Yeah.
and the Bills blew it and lost to the Texans.
Okay.
Anyways, I wrote down Titans win, Pats lose. I've learned this about myself. Look at Tannehill's in there like, all right, guys, this is what we got to do.
I basically
wasn't-
just have to drop a knee. Okay, let's not fuck this up.
Why they got the ball there?
I don't know.
Oh, 2 point. I'm sorry. This says big old letters right there.
Yeah.
So the Patriots get the ball back. It's not over.
Ooh.
It's over.
They can tie it up.
I thought a touchdown is 6 points. Or
They got the 6 points. That's why it's 20.
They were
But they
going.
were going for a
You can
2-point
choose to
conversion.
do a 2-point
Instead of an
conversion
extra
or
point.
kick the point for 1 point.
To make it so they can't win.
Right.
Yeah, if they
Yeah.
got that 2-point
But
conversion,
now
they wouldn't.
They can
would
go
be
down the
impossible.
field, get a touchdown.
If they got the 1 point field goal.
They could have tied it up with 2 points.
Oh, gotcha.
But this way, I mean, you had nothing to lose
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
They still have to score a touchdown.
With
9 seconds left. Terrific, Tom. Let's do it. Not even turf. Maybe Edelman catches the ball and runs back a touchdown, guys.
Crazier things have happened. Like a 28-3 blowing the lead.
That's probably the craziest thing anyone has ever witnessed.
And that was when I was rooting for the Patriots the least to win ever.
Because it would have made me so happy.
Yes.
Yeah, squibbed it. It's called the squib kick, by the way. That's why Edelman didn't touch the ball last time. Lateral. Fumble. That's why. That is why Edelman did not touch the ball.
All right.
Last
Why did he
time.
just do that? Why did he just throw the ball like that?
It's a lateral. What he was planning on doing was draw enough defenders to lateral the ball to somebody else, so he had a cleaner shot to run. When you got like this much time left, that's really all you can do.
Yeah.
So when he went in there, not only did he fumble it picking it up, but then when he went down, he also fumbled, had to chuck it. Tannenhill, a dude that came off Miami who was a backup quarterback on the Titans.
Wow.
Just that started like 6 weeks into the season because they benched Mariota. Just be terrific, Tom.
Womp 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 womp. Pour one out. F's in chat for Tom
That's
Brady.
a chat for Tom Brady. Is this the end of the Patriots? Question mark.
All right. Got a few more things. We're at hour 40. We'll end pretty soon. We got a clip of
Carrie's just ended. She's done.
got a pic. I got a clip.
Sorry, babe.
Got a clip of my lady, my boo.
Who the fuck are the Titans anyway? They're so bad.
Lynn's probably a Titans fan again. Hi, Lynn.
Got a clip of my lady Pokimane. This was Christmas Day, I think, or the day after. She was opening presents.
Pokemon's your lady now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
She your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like I call people my boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. She was opening presents Christmas Day. People were doing this all day. It's pretty funny to watch.
These presents were sent to her by her fans, right?
Yeah. Do you see her face?
No. What's she doing?
I cannot believe 6 years into streaming, and it happened. Someone sent me a big black
Don't say it.
adult toy.
She was the one that got in trouble, right? For that stuff?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
So,
why you got sent one.
Yeah. And some lube.
And lube.
And lube.
Oh, boy.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. If I was sending, if I was waste my money sending her a present, it'd probably be that too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Probably be a, what do you call that? A mold. Mold of my dick.
Why don't you send more gifts? Instead of donating, why not send more gifts?
True. True.
You know?
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know why.
I bet you have some great ideas.
Yes, I do.
Are they romantic?
Some would say.
I mean,
Some.
what's your take on a
Perverts.
BBC with some lube? Here's like, I have no comment.
Oh, let's see. Last thing here.
Give us the last thing.
Last thing. I don't know. What do you guys got? I got nothing.
You got
I
nothing?
did the last thing.
You caught me out
by
there 'cause
accident.
I thought
Yeah.
you said you had something.
I thought I did. I do. What I watched last year.
You do that. You state of the podcast. You're gonna tell our fans what they got look forward to in
What do we have?
good old 2020.
More top fives.
More top fives.
We got a recorder. I got a soundboard.
Oh, sweet.
Soundboard / recorder
Pew,
coming.
pew, pew, pew. We don't have to
Yeah.
do it with our mouths anymore.
Wow, 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 wow. Do you do?
Nice.
You don't do wow. You don't do wow. You do pew 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew.
I always
pew,
heard.
pew, pew, pew.
I hear wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, I generally go to pew, pew, pew. What other stuff? Maybe we do some watch-alongs or something?
Watch-alongs, yeah.
Yeah.
Avengers
That's an
Endgame
idea.
coming up. Yep. Absolutely. So if you have top fives, where can they send the emails?
Oh, well.
Hatemail.com.
Yeah. Hatemail.com.
Do
I love hatemail.com.
And also
AOL.com. I'm sorry.
And also, do you have? You must remember my email by now.
Yeah, it's bicycle@gmail.com.
bicycle@gmail.com.
Hit them up on that Twitter thing.
At bicycle on Twitter. Send me some stuff.
Yeah,
people.
please do it.
Hate.
It's 2020. Send them some sweet BBCs with some lubes.
Yes, sir. Okay, so for the can I say something / last call cast, I've been Damian.
I've been Dion.
And Carrie.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Pay your taxes.
Love you.
What?